This is the plaintiff, Earlene Jackson. She says she bought a gold and diamond ring from the plaintiff, and when she wanted to sell it back to him, the guy ripped her off. The defendant's a horrible pawnbroker who takes advantage of people, so she's here for some justice and to get back the $1,000 the defendant owes her. This is the defendant, Kenneth Kahn. He says the plaintiff thinks she can buy a ring, wear it for a year, and then come back and pawn it for the same amount she paid for it. Jewelry, like anything else, depreciates and is only worth what a person's willing to pay for it at the time of purchase. He's sorry, but business is business. He's accused of ringing a customer the wrong way.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Earlene Jackson?
Yes.
You are suing Gem Pawnbrokers, represented here by Kenneth Kahn. Okay. And what is your role with the company?
I'm the company representative.
I don't know what that means. What's your actual role with the company?
Public relations representative.
Public relations. That your job is you are public relations for the company?
That's part of the job.
Human
yes.
resources is
Correct.
what I read in your answer. So
Yeah,
you are
yes.
human resources.
Human
just say
resources.
that. And you are suing them for $1,000 for a ring that they bought back from you that you feel you were underpaid for.
Correct.
Okay, tell me what's going on because I'm having some trouble.
Okay, I'll try to do my best. Starting on November 27, 2010, I went to Gem Pawnbrokers, and I dealt with a salesperson at the time was named Miss Michelle. And I told her I was interested in getting, like a diamond ring. It was like a engagement type ring that I spotted, and I purchased that.
But you bought an engagement ring for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, but was it meant to be an engagement ring?
No,
or
it was
it's
just
a
meant
pretty
to
ring.
be, just a pretty ring that I fell in love with.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a platinum ring. It's like 2.9 point. And along with that, I purchased also a 18-karat multi-gem bracelet. So both items totaled $3,200.
Okay.
Okay. And I was happy with the purchase until I wore the ring and
For how long?
maybe a couple, maybe like 5-6 months.
And then
And then I came back to resell the ring.
to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a couple of other items. Also the bracelet that I purchased.
And why is it that you're trying to resell it back? You got bored of it? You need the money?
I get bored. I get
Both?
bored.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I
No,
get
that's
bored.
all right. I'm sorry for you.
So,
Go ahead.
yes, I returned and I told him, this came from here. He said, okay, yeah, sure. We honor, our customers and we honor the things that they purchase from us and we give you the top dollar for it. So he gave me back $475 for it. So I was pleased because,
The bracelet.
right, because I paid $551, so that was fine, couple of dollars, short. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to resell the diamond ring back. So he was like, kind of looked surprised, and he was like, well, where's the, original receipt? So I gave him the original receipt because I was holding it in my hand at the time, and which I never received back from him, So he looked at it, and then he said, started doing some numbers, and then he was like, okay, well, I can give you back $1,300. So
And you
I
had
was
paid
like,
how much for it?
$2,300.
Okay.
So I was like, why so low? He said, well, I'm sorry, but this is all I can give back,
Okay.
to you. So
You walked away.
Huh? Well,
So you walked away. No?
I did not.
Oh,
which,
what'd you do?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I accept the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you suing for here today?
I'm suing for whatever I can get at this point.
Does jewelry depreciate?
It depends on what it's made of, but as well as depreciating, it also increases in value.
Okay, what do you think? Does it generally depreciate or not?
Yes, I think it definitely does. It's one of the worst investments you can probably make.
Interesting you say that, ma'am. Final word.
Yes, I do believe that it will depreciate or it can increase.
Okay, so you're basically covering all your bases there, going inside the courtroom.
Let me hear from you, Mr. Kahn.
Pretty much what Ms. Jackson said is pretty much how it played out.
Well, you don't really know because you weren't there, right?
That's correct. I wasn't
What'd
there.
they send you? You're a perfectly nice man. I don't mean to give you a hard time. But why did they send me the head of human resources on a transaction he was never at?
Well, I handle all of the court cases for the company.
How do you handle a court case you don't know anything about? You don't know anything about this one.
Well, I'm very familiar with these type of transactions. It's not my first time down this road with.
So you're going to guess at what happened at this one?
No, I have paperwork supporting what happened.
Okay.
I did speak to the individuals involved, except Mrs. Jackson. So put all the paperwork together and.
So what do you say happened here? Did anybody make her a promise that they would buy it back at a certain amount?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any, just so it turns out we don't really need anybody but you on this one, but you better make sure when they send you, I realize that companies, and this is apparently a big company, right?
Yes, it is.
Tell me about this company.
This company has almost 30 locations, largest independently owned pawnbroker in the state of New York.
Okay. And I know that they have to find one person to go to court, otherwise they have to shut down their operation. So it's not that I don't get it, but you need to be really, really careful about that, because oftentimes what I end up finding, and in this case it won't matter, but oftentimes what I end up finding is that they send you in here to hold the bag, and really it's all hearsay. And you need somebody who is actually there to contradict what that side's saying. Mercifully for you, though, that side is telling it like it is. But you have two problems. One, when you come to court, you need to sue on something somebody did wrong. That means that they had a legal obligation to do something, and they didn't do it. And it turns out you have absolutely no proof that there's any legal obligation that they didn't abide by. Okay, that's one. Two, you have the additional problem of what we call accord satisfaction, which means when you settle a case outside of court, you can't say, yeah, I accepted what they took, I give them the ring. I'm gonna sue them anyway for whatever I can get. It's refreshing to hear somebody that honest, but it's not a winner in court, okay? So number one, they didn't violate any legal obligation because they had no legal obligation to you. Nowhere in any of the paperwork does it say they had that. And number two, you settled the case, so you don't have the right to come back to court. All right, but it was lovely meeting you, and take care, verdict for the defendant.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Well, the plaintiff went in there to get whatever she could get, and what'd you get?
Well, I got justice as far as with the judge. I respect her, and I respect her decision because she is the best. And, I already got what I'm going to get.
Yeah, you got all you're going to get. What about dealing with pawnbrokers? You have any feeling about that or any advice about that? See you later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so come on in here. How often do you wind up in court?
Quite often.
Why is it? Why do you have to represent pawnbrokers so often in court?
Well, we have about 30 locations and thousands of customers, so when you're dealing with business with
You
the
get
general
sued a
public, we end up in court from time to time.
You get sued a lot.
I know our company, so I go in, I represent it, and hopefully we can come to terms. And
You get sued a lot? Yes.
Too much.
Harvey?
Okay, here's my big word of caution. If you are dealing with a pawn shop, you better know specifically in writing what the terms of repurchase are.